Well, hey guys, it's Viejo here, and it is the second week of February in 2024, just before Valentine's Day. I hope you fellows and gals are all ready for that. Hey, it's Moldy Monday. Got a nice day here on the central coast of California. We had some rainy and stormy weather last week, but the last few days just been beautiful. It's about 65 outside. It's still only 53 or so here in the garage. It's 65% humidity, but it's comfortable. You know, had to go step into the vestibule where I keep all the vests and grab one. But what I've got for you today is another Saeco mold, and this is the Saeco number 418. Okay, nice 2-cavity iron mold for the 41 mag. We shot them out of my relatively new now Smith & Wesson Model 57. Kind of a fun caliber, brand new caliber for me this year, and I've been really enjoying it. So here's what the bullet looks like, okay, as cast. And I got out and got them shot, and it did pretty well. The sights, as you'll see, need some adjustment on this. I've been just kind of shooting some rounds through this firearm to get it sort of broken in a little bit before I do too much messing around with sights and whatnot. And if you're new to the Moldy Monday series, what I'm doing here is taking molds out of my collection that I had never cast before. Some of them are brand new and I just hadn't gotten around to cast them. Some have been sitting in a drawer for years and that I picked up on a sale or used and got a good deal on them, or bought them with high hopes and just never got around to it. And so I had committed to doing one new mold, or at least new to me mold, a week for a year, and we're getting close to the end of that. This is number 50. So a couple more after this and we'll be done with this series. We'll come up with something new. So if you're watching on YouTube, you know that I can't get away with even showing you the mold. I've gotten in trouble for that, and I can't show you any of the casting or the actual reloading. All of that stuff I've gotten hit for. So you have to go over to the Rumble channel if you want to see that part. What I will show you here is kind of the aftermath of the whole process. I'll show you what these guys look like after they were powder coated, and we'll give you the metrics, how the bullet measure, length and width and all that kind of good stuff that we always do. And we'll show you that, and then we'll show you a little bit of the shooting. Okay, typically I shoot one mag full or one wheel full on camera, and that's what we did with this one. And this one shot pretty well, as you'll see. If you're watching on YouTube, then we're going to kind of jump right to the end parts of the video that you are allowed to see here. Again, if you want to see the rest of it, you got to go to my Rumble channel, and this is my channel name right here. So, you know, just go ahead and type that in just as you see it there, and you'll find me over there. Or you can type in hashtag Moldy Monday, all one word, all lowercase, all run together after the hashtag, and you'll probably find it that way as well. So, for those of you on Rumble, let's jump right into the casting part of this. First, we'll take the mold apart like I always do, show you the guts, the bits and pieces, and the tools you need to make the adjustments. We'll do that, then we'll get into the casting. Here's the dope on this bullet, the Saeco number 418, rated at 220 grains. Mine came out with my alloy at 216 grains. With the Viejo number 2, approximately a BHN of 15 or 16. Ran at 700 degrees pretty well all day long. With that alloy, they dropped fat at 0.414. And then the overall length, 0.692, and the base up to the top of that top driving band up there, right at 0.500. Okay, here we come with the Saeco number 418. Nice big batch there. Let's see if we can get some light on this. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Eastwood ruby red on the Saeco number 418 for 41 Magnum. Good color, nice coater, flows out well. Okay, so the casting went pretty well. I started off, the mold was just a little bit hot, as you saw. It took a little bit of time for the sprue to frost over. I like to see it frost over in 4 or 5 seconds. That, just from my own personal experience, tells me that we're at about the right temperature, and the mold's probably going to cast as well as it can. If it takes longer to frost over than that, then your mold is hotter. Okay, and if sprue wants to frost, instantly, then your mold's pretty cold. So those are just a couple like visual clues for you. If you start off and your mold is too cold, you're going to get wrinkles and sags and stuff in your bullets, and they're going to be misshapen. If it's too hot, you're going to have frosty bullets, and you're going to get smears across the top of your mold blocks and on the bottom of the sprue plate, and that kind of stuff we don't like to see. So we got them all cast up and powder coated, and you saw the metrics page. All that went well. Let's go take a look at the shooting video. And again, I only shot 6 on camera, so we'll see how that went. Saeco number 418, 14.5 grains of 2400.
But shooting the same with hand, I can feel. That top part, most of that was handed, and you got more two-handed, I feel pretty good with it. Definitely has more jump than my hand.
Plus it weighs a little smaller.
Originally for the Air Force,
Really?
for pilots.
Pilot planes.
There is the Saeco number 418 with 14.5 grains of 2400. Not too bad a group. Again, a little bit low. All right, there we go. We shot those guys loaded up with some 2400 powder, and they actually shot reasonably well. I had 3 of them there pretty well grouped, and then 3 a little bit lower. So far, every round that I've put through here, up to that point anyway, had been shooting low. I've since adjusted the sights back up a little bit, so we'll get a little closer to target next time out. And I was reasonably happy with all of these Moldy Mondays, since they're rounds that I've never shot before. I study the data, take a look, compare to some of the other similar rounds that I've shot, and try to come up with a decent starting point. In this case, this bullet is listed in the Lyman Cast Bullet Handbook, so there's plenty of good data there. So that gives me a good idea of where I can start. And that gives me an idea, hey, this bullet's going to be a performer. I'll come back, work up a ladder, and come up with a better load. And that's what we're going to do with this one. Eventually I got to cast more because they're gone now. I sent a whole bunch of those out. So let's go ahead and wrap this one up. I think we've pretty well covered it for the Saeco number 418. I hope you enjoyed that, got something out of it. But from the Viejo bench, for now, that's all she wrote.